Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been actually wanting to speak about this topic for so long, and I think I am in a really good place now to speak about this. Lately, I'm not caring at all. I used to be such a people pleaser that I used to care about each and every opinions, and even if they don't say anything, I'll guess like what will they, I'll just assume what will they say about me, and I'll take the actions accordingly. Either when I was in school, I used to do the same with teachers, and I was a very people pleaser, like until like recently, I will say I used to be a very big people pleaser. Okay, I have to admit that. And now I'm not. I think it took me like only a few months to actually rewire that part of my brain, because I was brought up in an environment where like I was always told to actually listen to people's opinions, because if people tell me that I'm good enough, like then I'm actually good enough. Like I have to act, I have to always look for compliments, I have to always look for praises, I have to always look for, what other people would, tell about me, or what are they saying. That's what I've been told to. Okay, so that's been my whole life. And when I decided to move to London for my studies, and initially it was really very difficult, because I was the same person. I was the same people pleaser. I was the same, like I would do anything. I couldn't say no at that point of time. Whatever like they say to me, like I couldn't say no. Like if I face a disrespect, I couldn't stand up for myself, because I was actually caring about what they are thinking about me, like, what they will think about me if I stand up for myself. Will I be rude? And it was a complete mess. There's a lot of things to talk about for this topic. People, pretending they don't care. Many people, what they do is what they do is they will, if they get a notification from someone, from a message, from a text, or anything, from Instagram or any platforms, they can see it from the notifications, right? But they will actually respond to it like after 2 days. I don't know why they do it, because if you're okay, and also it's also subjective, okay? But the intention behind it is very questionable, okay? Because some people do it because the other one, the one who is texting, is very annoying, so they don't want to text them, right? But the other situation is they want to act mysterious, they want to act cool, because they want to show that they're not available all the time, which is understandable. Nobody wants to be too easy, like available all the time. Nobody likes that. I get it, but it's being too much. Like people do this too much, and I think the real busy people, they actually text, replay back very faster than all these people who are pretending they're busy, or they are mysterious, or they're cool, or whatever, or they gain value from it, or they become superior if they text sometime after. I used to do it as well, and I used to think that that's cool, and I used to do that. But when I understood that, I was like, I'm like, why are people pretending they are busy, even like if they're not busy? Because people want to gain validation. People care too much. What's really clear about all these things is people gain validation. People want validation, right? And that's why they're doing all these things. So one of the things I've noticed in Instagram particularly is many people hiding their likes. I don't know if your reel, or if your post, or if your story, like I don't care, like what is your posting, if it gets 2 likes or 3 likes, why does it matter too much? Okay, because you're constantly comparing yourself with other people on internet. Like maybe you're comparing yourself to an influencer who is posting every single day, or 3 times a week, like 3 times a day. which is like you are occasionally posting a video or anything in like in in a month or in a week, and you're expecting the same views as of them. What you're doing is not at all making sense. Also, you're comparing yourself with many like cool people from your school or cool people from your college, because you're expecting you should get 2,000 likes, you should at least get 1,000 likes, or you should at least get. Who made all these rules? Who made all these rules that we should be hiding likes because we're so embarrassed that we got 5 likes? Why does it matter so much? Because you care. Okay, I think I'm getting aggressive, but I don't care. I think we all care very much. Even if you say you don't care, no, you care. That's why I understood when I see these stuff online, the only one thing that comes to my mind is you really care. I know some people hide their likes because of personal reasons. Many people do this because of they're embarrassed of their likes. They don't want to see, like, they don't want to make other people, know that they got very few likes. This is Instagram, this is social media. Why do you care about it so much? Your self-worth doesn't depend on anything. Okay, your self-worth does not depend on Instagram likes. Your self-worth doesn't depend on Instagram followers or your any YouTube subscribers or anything. Your worth is what you are, from your heart, from your core, who you are. That is completely what makes you. One thing I've been seeing very much often is stalking. I know we all did it. Like, I used to do it. I still do it in a very healthy way. Like, if I like someone's profile, I'll go onto their profile and I look like, what all reels they have. I do all those stuff. I'm not against like stalking, but that is healthy way, right? I'm not harming anybody. I'm not being nosy. That is a healthy way. But there is another side of stalking, which is the most common stalking, which we usually see. People like to go to accounts whom they dislike, and they really want to comment on them. They really want to say nasty things. Why do you stalk? You stalk because you care so much. You care so much about the other person than your own life. If you care about you than the other person who you're stalking right now, I think you'll be in a much better position. If you care yourself more, you can at least do something in your life. You can do something that makes you happy when you're going to other people's profile, whom you don't like, and you're saying all these things, and you're increasing your frustration and anger and everything in you. Why do you do that? Do you dislike yourself so much because you're okay? So I don't know who else agrees with me, but what I'm trying to say is, if you don't like a person, if you don't like them, don't go to their profile. Why are you going to their profile? Because that doesn't make any sense, right? If you like them, then you'll go to their profile, right? I think that's the thing. If you like that's all about interest. It's not about being nosy. It's not about being everything. It's about liking and caring. If you care about other people's life, and if you care about, why do you stalk? You stalk because you wanna know what's going on in their life, and if it's something nice is going on in their lives, that will make you feel bad about you, which will increase your insecurity of yourself more. Okay, first of all, you are doing all these stuff out of insecurity, and second of all, by doing this, your insecurity will thereby increasing your insecurity more and feeling like you are a complete shit. Why do you make yourself feel that way? Because who likes to think that they don't deserve love, or they are no good, they're not good for anything? Okay, when you constantly compare yourselves to other people on social media and everywhere, you are building insecurity, knowingly or unknowingly. Whenever you compare yourself to other people, you are becoming small. You are becoming automatically small, because if you are a whole person, if you're whole on your own, then you won't compare. Then you won't compare with other people, because everybody is different, and we all know this thing, right? We all know that everybody is different. Then why do you constantly compare? You stuck because you're comparing at that moment. Okay, you are comparing. Okay, are they better than me, or are they doing better in life than me? And all you're calculating all these things, and then you leave the profile, right? And some people are really extreme. Some people really go to their pages and make nasty comments, dislike. I can talk about this topic every single day, because it's such an important topic. Because then you see somebody who is acting like they don't care at all. Trust me, they are the ones who care the most. Because if you actually don't care, you don't have to pretend that you don't care. Because when you do all this stuff, you think that that is somebody who is mysterious and cool and all those stuff, but that is actually exposing yourself. You're actually exposing yourself. When you take somebody's message after 2 hours, after 10 hours, if you're actually busy, then it's a valid excuse. I'm not generalizing. I'm saying people do this shit. People like to do this. People like to be superior, because when they think they take your message and they don't reply back to you, they think they automatically become bigger than you. That's what they think, which is a complete bullshit. Also, acting in a certain way in public. I think people like to act a certain way. I know we're all different. We're not the same in public, right? Because we can't be. We have comfort home, like we have the comfort in our home and our safe spaces. We have that comfort. But when it comes to public, we'll act in a different way, which is completely, totally understandable. But what I'm trying to say is, it's you act in a very cool manner. You try to make your actions cooler by, I don't know, you know what I mean, right? Like, you will do some stuff that will actually want to make you cool, because in your mind you're constantly thinking about, how can I make these people like me? How I want to seem attractive, I want to seem mysterious, I want to seem attractive. That is all signs of caring too much. And all these people still go on internet and they will post stuff like, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Really, if you don't care, you are not gonna give an F about all this stuff, right? Then you don't care. The world knows. The world knows. The world will know, because whatever they do, you're still gonna smile through it. You're still gonna laugh through it. You are still standing strong. That is not caring at all, right? Because these are the things that people do, right? We've discussed about the things people do when they care too much and when they pretend they don't care, right? But what are the causes behind? Why are people behaving in this way? Why are people actually caring too much? I think that is really because of this trends. There are a lot of trends going on about being mysterious, being cool, attitude slash attitude slash blah blah blah. But we know all these stuff, right? If you don't talk that much, you seem cool, you seem introvert. And I've recently heard about it. I don't know about you, but I've recently heard about that being called introvert is a compliment. If you are an extrovert, you go. Be yourself. Why are you pretending to be someone else? When you do that, what do you gain? What do you really gain? Like, when you're actually pretending that you are an introvert while you're actually really wholeheartedly an extrovert, and you really want to talk to people, you really want to do all these stuff, but people say that be mysterious, be in this way, be that way, and you're saying 2 words when you meet people. Don't do that, please. Don't do that. Then you look back in your life, you will think like, oh my god, why did I do that? I didn't have to do that. Many of these behaviors is caused by society, because society expects us to be liked all the time, especially the childhood. The parents, the relatives, everybody, they say to us that, I don't know, I've been raised in a Desi Indian household, so I've been always been taught to be liked. And how can I be liked? How can I gain validation? How can I receive appreciation? Now I'm like, I don't want your appreciation. I don't want your validation. Who cares? Who really cares? Because I don't give enough. Now I want to talk about how can we prevent this behavior? How can we prevent this mindset? It's not going to do anything good in your life. It's going to make you so small in life. It's going to decrease your confidence. It's going to affect your mental health. It's going to affect your self-worth. It's going to affect every single thing in your life. Then why do you do that, right? So don't do it. I think nobody should do it, because caring is good. If you care about something, because I don't think caring is a bad thing. Caring is a good thing, in a good way. But when it is done badly, when you are attaching your self-worth to other people's opinions, that's when it becomes harmful. Okay, we actually can avoid these behaviors by focusing on yourself. Focus on yourself. Do stuff. Move your body. Journal, draw, write, whatever you want to do, but be busy. Don't sit idly. When you don't have anything to do with your life, then you will clutter all these thoughts and you will start thinking about it so much, and that's when you go mad, and that's when you go to these people's accounts and stalk them. When you're actually busy, when you do have stuff to do, like when you do have things to do, when you have places to be, when you know that you have to get this stuff done, when you are actually being busy with your life and you are actually building yourself up, you're not going to go to after these people and stalking and trying to act cool, mysterious. Real people who don't actually care about the world, they don't have time. If you have a lot of time, then maybe then everybody will go crazy. Like if you have a lot of time, free time, I think especially if you have nothing to do, even if you you will go definitely crazy. So do stuff. When you're really focusing on yourself and focus on being the best version of yourself and doing the stuff that you really want to do, you are going to attain a very whole new chapter in your life. You're going to thank yourself so much for that. And your self-love, self-worth, self-confidence, everything will be unbreakable. Everything. You're like, whatever problem you have in your mind, in your inner world, it all will be gone, because you are doing stuff. You are making stuff happen, right? So all I want to say is focus on yourself. Don't listen to what other people are saying. Instead of pretending that you don't care, really don't care. By focusing on yourself, by doing stuff in your life, by being busy, not always on your phone. Don't compare, don't stalk, And I think I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.